right before the interview started. It was just so powerful and it was incredible. It's really incredible. What's one thing that you love about what you teach as a music instructor?
I think it's a little crazy because my own personal journey as a singer has been all over the place. So I feel like it's really hard. Sometimes, not for everybody, but for some of people, understand how to sing, how to get to know their own instrument. Because, as you know, also as singers, we are our own instruments, and it's a different road and a different journey that playing a physical thing that it's outside of you. What I try to do with my students is to make them understand that their emotions are connected to their voice, their daily life is connected to their voice, their life experiences, everything we do, and that's how we sound. So it's really unique and it's really different that just sitting down and picking a wooden instrument and some instrument that it's outside of yourself. So I guess that's the most important thing for me to understand as we learn how to sing, because I'm learning also. I think like everybody should be learning all the time, even if we are already doing it, you know.
I love, love, love the way you said that. And you mentioned about your journey as a singer. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, I didn't grow up singing. I wasn't a singer when I was a kid, but I wanted to. I remember when everybody else wanted to be an astronaut and a ballerina, I wanted to be a singer. So I had to start first playing the piano when I was, I think, 11. I didn't love it at first because I wanted to sing, but it was a part of the road, you know. And I started professionally, I think, when I was 18. I studied a degree in music performance, in voice, in Mexico City. And as much as I loved it, I also struggled because I heard my voice. I was singing with a really bad technique, super confused on how to do it, with a lot of information. And now I understand that it's better just to feel your body, to feel your own voice, and make up your own road. You know, you can take like advice from everybody. There's amazing singers, there's amazing teachers, but at the end, it's your own voice that what matters, and how you feel and how your relationship develops with your own instrument. So it's been hard. I went through surgery. I went through stop singing for 3 years. I spent a month in silence after my surgery, which was really interesting because probably for the first time in my life, I started paying attention to what people said. and it was crazy. It was another experience. So yeah, it's been a little rough, I guess, but I'm still discovering it, and I'm still trying to find the best way to do it and to enjoy it.
Yes, right. Where exactly did you grow up, and what was it like growing up in Mexico?
I grew up in the north of Mexico. Is northwest, is the border next to Arizona. So I used to go to the States a lot when I was a kid. We still do it when I'm there with my family. It's like a 3-hour drive to Arizona, and you cross the border and you're here, I guess, in this country. It was beautiful because it's the desert, and it's a different experience, I guess, growing up like in this empty place with like crazy weather. We are like probably like 120 Fahrenheit on the summer. So
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy. And you get to see all these dangerous animals like snakes and scorpions and spiders and beautiful cactuses, and the sunsets is probably my favorite thing. The beach, I love it. And I grew up having a really fun time, I guess, with my sister. We were a lot of our time was outside doors, playing in the trees with our dogs, inventing stories and making up fantasies. And I don't know, I have a really good memory from growing up there. And the more far away that I am, the more I miss it, the more I appreciate it, and the more I understand that it defines me a lot. as a person and as an artist, I guess.
Wow, yeah. That sounds so amazing. Coming from there, and since it had such an influence on you, were there any sort of other singers that influenced you or other musical inspirations?
To be honest, I maybe. I mean, I have part of my family that make music. They never went professional, but they are like really good at singing. They play the guitar, and I remember as a kid, I was hearing them in the family reunions, and I was like so amazed by my cousin singing, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to do that." Other than that, I feel like my parents love music. They are not musicians either, but they love music, and they put me like to hear a lot of different things since I was a kid. I grew up hearing a lot of like bolero and ranchera from Mexico. I don't know how to say that in English. Probably there's not a word, but like influence like Chabela Vargas was a big one, I guess. Um, I love how she sings, and I love how she connects with people. So I grew up hearing to that. I remember actually my first concert that I can make sure that I was there, because I probably went to other ones that I don't know, was Pablo Milanés. He's a Cuban singer and composer, and I was like amazed by him. I still love his music, and I remember perfectly where I was, and I was paying attention, and I was like standing up on a chair so I could see. And yeah, I don't know, I feel really passionate with his sound and his lyrics, and yeah, I guess that.
Yeah. So that's always really been a big part of your life, music and enjoying music, making music, hearing music. So when did you figure out that you wanted to teach music?
I think when I realized how hard it was for me to teach myself first, to understand how to do it in a healthy way, I thought I could probably help people a little bit, to find their own road, to find the things that make them feel good, to understand that it should be a natural process, that it shouldn't be crazy hard or painful, as it was for me, maybe sometimes. So I guess that inspired me to like try to help people discover their voice in their own way, at their own time, without pressure, without doing unhealthy things, just by, I don't know, trying to find the pleasure of the joy that is being a singer. And I feel like sometimes the more that you are into it, sometimes you forget about it. Yeah, I guess, because you're doing a lot of things, you're feeling pressures from outside world, and at the end we start this because we love it, right? So I feel like we should always go back to that step and remind ourselves, oh yes, I like this. So let me start again from there. So I guess, yeah, from there.
I love that. It sounds like that's something that makes you really, really unique as a teacher and as a person, is that you come back to why you started and why you love it. That's something just so valued. I know that I value that a lot, and I'm sure a lot of other people would if they were taking lessons. What is something that you think you need to work on more as a teacher?
Ooh, that's a lot of things. A lot of things. Personally, I think I have to work more in my own practice, because I am really impatient. I don't have a lot of like patience, of course. That's what I was saying. But I'm always feeling desperate, and it's hard for me to like sit down and do things. So I rather sing walking around or being outside than singing in a calm way and like sitting down. But I know I have to work more on this, because sometimes by being in a peaceful way, I think, with yourself, is how you discover which things to improve, what things you can make better, what things doesn't make you feel good about your own voice. So yeah, probably my patience with myself and with my voice and with my practice. I definitely need to work in that.
Yeah, that's a very important point. I think patience, just learning something new in general and loving yourself through it and honoring your own journey and saying, okay, it's different from someone. That's really important. And so, what would a typical lesson look like with one of your students?
I think it's different. Depends on the person, but I like starting by talking, getting to know how they are feeling, because I remember when I was starting my voice journey, I guess, I had this really good teacher in Mexico City. And sometimes I went to the class just like trying to feel professional and like, yeah, I'm ready. But I'm a really sensitive person. So I was going through a lot of emotions and things. And she used to tell me like, how are you feeling? That was the first thing. And sometimes we ended up like, I ended up crying for like half of the lesson and not doing anything related to the voice. But I understood how important is that. Like how we're feeling defines how we're going to sound. And I like to do that. I like to ask people, how are you feeling? How was your morning? How was your day? Are you going through something that you want to talk about? You know, do you really feel like singing today? Also, because there's some days that you just want to like stretch, maybe breathing, that is super important for singing too. Or ask questions about how to do this thing, how to sing, you know, and that's from my own singing lessons with my teachers. I feel that the more inspiring for me, getting to know the teacher a bit, getting to understand why they do what they do, why they sing, how they feel when they're singing, how they started. So I like to do that at first. And after that, I feel like I'm going in the direction that question points me. So sometimes it would be like warming up and then go to the song. Sometimes it would be like, ooh, we are so tense today. Let's just stretch, calm down, breathe, you know. I can do a little like meditation or breathing things with the eyes closed that I like because you don't get that distracted. So yeah, it's always maybe unique, depends on how the student is and how I feel I can help them that specifically day. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's amazing. It's like I've seen how music has helped you and has shaped you, but it's also you're shaping the music. So you have to be ready for that. I love that you ask your students like that. And so I guess that being said, what do you think makes teaching music different from teaching anything else?
Ooh, I don't know. I've never taught something else, but I can imagine. There's a lot of noise here. I can imagine that it's a different journey because music connects you with yourself and with your emotions, and I feel like that's really different. Of course, you need to develop a healthy technique, and you need to understand how to do it in a good way. But also, the more you know yourself, the more honest maybe you can sound, and the more you stop trying to sound like people that you admire or like everybody else. And I think that's probably really unique to music. I'm not sure, but I would guess. That's my guess.
Yeah, right. Do you have any songs that you'd like to share with us today?
Live, probably no, because I'm not prepared right now. But
Yeah,
I don't know if you can put something in YouTube and in any musical platform.
yes, absolutely. And to all the people that are watching that don't know, our songs are also on Spotify, before I forget to mention that. But
Yes,
also,
they are
what brought you
everywhere.
to... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry. They are everywhere. They're in Spotify, in Apple Music, in a lot of places. You can find them. Yeah.
Oh,
What were you asking?
what brought you to us? What brought you to Lily Theater?
Ooh, that's interesting. I met Lily, the president and the, I guess, CEO of this organization. I met her doing Tai Chi. We were both doing Tai Chi for like 6 months together, which was a really nice discovery for me. And I need to do it more. Now that I'm saying it out loud, but it was really interesting. And I met her there. We were talking. She told me she was doing this nonprofit and all the positive changes to the world that she want to offer through this, all the healing situation for veterans, for people in the spectrum, for everybody that needs music. And for me, I feel like it's all of us. So I thought it was really interesting. I thought she has like a really powerful idea, and just to hear her so passionate about it, with her own life story and her own way to discover what makes her feel safe and healed and loved. I don't know. I feel like I got inspired too when then she asked me if I wanted to be teaching here and directing the teachers, and I said yes, because I feel like if you can help people with music, that's probably one of the best reasons to make music that I've discovered. Like sharing it, inspiring others, help them, and grow together, I guess, not just by my own, but with this community, with everybody that wants to join us, and the teachers, and all the journey that everybody's experiences. I think that's really powerful, and that's why I ended up here.
That's such an amazing story. I love that you met through Tai Chi, and you reminded me I want to do that more as well, so thank you. But I think when you build something like Lily Theater, when you build it from a place of passion, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and more abundant, and now we're here and now we're interviewing you. It's crazy. So that's super exciting. And then I have one more question for you.
Tell me.
And be like, when you're teaching your students music, do you think that you give them opportunities to branch out and be creative with different genres?
I would love to. I feel like, of course, you need to help them do exactly what they want to do. I remember when I was learning piano, that I never learned as I want to. I need to keep going. But I was kind of like in this classical training, and I didn't get it. I didn't understand why I couldn't play different things, And that was the kind of lessons that I could get. The teacher was really good with me, but I wanted to do more, I wanted to do things that make me feel good and different ways of playing. And I feel like for me, I had to discover that on my own. And I feel like it's really important, especially when somebody's starting in their musical journey, to find what they like and focus on that, instead of like trying to make them do what you want for them. I mean, if they ask you, of course, but they need to enjoy it. So yeah. If they want me to help them enjoy different genres and understand the difference between them, I would definitely do it.
Yeah, I love that. Is there anything else that you think you want to add or share to people that are looking for lessons?
You're welcome to take lessons with me. I'm always learning, and I can secure you that we can learn from each other, from my own mistakes also. I think the most important thing for me is helping people not to hurt themselves, because I went through that, and it's really hard being a singer and having your voice damaged, because you're doubting yourself all the time, and you feel insecure, and you feel like you probably shouldn't be doing it, So if I can help people be healthy in their way to singing and enjoy it, I think that would be super powerful and super nice for me to offer that possibility. I also think that we have a lot of amazing teachers in Lily Company, so you can try. It depends on what you want to do, but there's amazing people. They can teach you a lot of different things, and you're welcome to try one lesson, and then you can decide if you like us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. It has been such an honor to talk to you and get to know you some more. I hope that everyone who's watching this, anyone, can spread the word about Pauli. And the song's coming out, and that's going to be such a beautiful journey. I'm so excited. Also wanted to mention that we have a Patreon account and a Buy Me a Coffee account that are coming out. They are released on the blog. The links are on the website under the blog, and also I believe we do have them on the social media. But yeah, thank you, and I'll see you next time.
Much. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh, Dara just, and she.
Hay un vacío entre tus brazos, se sienten tibias las huellas en tu piel, que solo existen en el recuerdo y en el tatuaje que guarda su nombre con sed. Hay una pena entre tus labios que sabe a selva con humo y a miel. No la conozco más que en tus poros que gritan sus besos cada que te intento querer. Cada vez que intento que la olvides, me duele el alma, me llora el ser, igual que ayer vuelvo a caer. Cada vez que intento que te fascine, mi risa rota, mi aliento fiel, no sé qué hacer, vuelvo a caer. Paso mis días sobre el espacio que dibujaste desde el momento en que me viste sola, volando bajo y decidiste que nos podíamos tener. Mis ojos no son como los suyos, pero los mueves con el mismo vaivén de su pasado, de mundo oscuro. Enciende sus velas con mi luz de papel. Cada vez que intento que la olvides, me duele el alma, me llora el ser, igual que ayer vuelvo a caer. Cada vez que intento que te fascine, mi risa rota, mi aliento fiel, no sé qué hacer.